All right, so in this PowerPoint, what I'm going to do is discuss a few strategies with you and how to kind of figure out who you should be attacking. And we're going to hopefully develop as a clan something that's going to work fairly well for us than rather than just kind of attacking who we want to attack and who we think we can take, having kind of more of a strategy behind all of that. So let's go ahead and get started. And this first slide is just my base right now. I'm not really wanting to show you that so much as I am wanting to make sure that you know that you can go to the clan castle. Okay, you can go to your clan castle and you can click on the clan button. And when you get inside that, you get, you've all seen this. We've got, who's got the most trophies from top to bottom of the clan. Doesn't necessarily mean you have the best base, but what there is inside the clan is there's this war log right here. Okay, does everybody see this war log that I'm trying to circle? If you click on that button, it will take you to a list of the latest, I guess the last 10 wars that we fought. Now you'll notice the details button here. This would be a good button to click on if you're not familiar with what happened in the last war and how successful you were. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on that, and I'm going to show you how to take a look at what people have done, and including your clanmates, what you did on your attacks, and in general what numbers and things you need to look for in order to decide what a good opponent is in your next war and what level base you kind of should be attacking to get 3 stars, you know, or 2 at the very least. 1 star is really not great. 2 stars is all right, but the 3 star is really, that extra star is really helpful in winning wars. All right, so let me talk a little bit more about what we do when we get inside the details. Okay, so when you get in there, you see, obviously we lost bad, 66 to 90. We weren't really getting destruction. We weren't really destroying the bases very well, despite using only 8 fewer attacks than they did. We got hammered. And, the reason could be that we were just out of our league, that, the time on, the clan war took too long, so they started looking outside of our range, and we just got paired up with somebody that was just brutal. But the clan war that we're in now, we should be able to do a whole lot better than we did in this last one. I think the other part of our problem is we're choosing opponents that are across from us, and that's not necessarily what we need to do to win a clan war. We need to be choosing opponents that we know we can 3-star. And I'm going to show you how to kind of figure out who you should be taking on. Okay, now I'm going into the the war map here, and I'm kind of going to pick on myself a little bit here. I did this attack probably 2 hours before the final whistle on the war, and I'm going to go. If I click on myself, I can see that I only used one of my attacks basically because the war was lost at that point. But I attacked their number 1 guy, Torchy, and I got 47%. And I gave it pretty much everything I had. So let's take a look real quick. Basically, I was out of my league. Do I want to be attacking? Do I want to be attacking somebody like this guy to get 2 stars? Probably not. But if I look at Torchy, if I look at him, I can see a few things. When I highlight his base, I go over and I check him out. He had a $558,000, 558,000 gold / elixir win bonus. All right. So that win bonus is a measure of how developed the base is. Okay. And that was a little out of my league. I could probably get 1 star if I had probably cared a little bit more and thought about it a little bit more. But that attack was a little bit out of my league. So when I look for opponents, if I'm in the middle of the pack, if I'm 1 through whatever the top half, if I'm in the top half of the clan, and I'm looking for opponents that in general I know that I can 3-star. Okay, so let me talk a little bit more about. Let's do somebody else here. I'm going to pick on Flak Daddy. All right, so Flak Daddy, he used 2 attacks. And in both of those attacks, he got 2 stars. Okay, he got 78% on Bobby Boo Boy. All right, and he got 72% on Kyrie. Now, if we look at Bobby Boo Boy, he was their number 7 guy. And Flak Daddy, I think he was the number 5. So, you know, that's fine. He did pretty well. He got 2 stars, and it's a 329,000 gold reward. So that's fair. But if we're looking to 3-star, you know, we probably want to think about attacking a little bit lower on the list. Now, the other thing that kind of was interesting is his second attack against Kyrie. If we look at Kyrie, it was only 156,000 gold reward, and he got 2 stars again. Now, if we look at that attack, there are some pretty clear, pretty glaring mistakes that were made, I think. You know, again, Flak Daddy, don't get me wrong, man. I'm just picking on you because I know you. But let's take a look at a few snapshots of the battle. All right. So his battle with Kyrie. Here's what happened. All right. He released some golems. He released his golems out here, and then right after he released his golems, he released his wizards. That was a mistake because what happens is he had his P.E.K.K.A.s still in the queue. And what happened is the golems hadn't busted through the outer wall here before the wizards were right there with them, attacking things over the wall. So when the wall was broken, everybody went in together, and guess what was waiting? A big bomb. And the big bomb has a big range, so it took out a lot of the wizards when it exploded. All right. Now, the golems, you know, they're moving about. They're trying to take out some of the defenses, so they're now moving around. And guess what happens when everybody keeps moving around? There's another big bomb, which took out the rest of his wizards. So he's not even the second layer in, okay, with the walls, and his wizards are gone. So all of his power behind his attack, his ranged power attack, it should be behind the big guys like the P.E.K.K.A.s and the golems, is already been wiped out by a couple of big bombs, which is why he only got as far as he did. But he still, think about this, he still got 72%. And this is very early on in the war. At this point, he's only got 16% of the base completed. But so by the end, he still got, I think it was 72%. And that was basically all done by the P.E.K.K.A.s. And then his leaders, his, you know, the king and the barbarian queen, and then, you know, a few boosts and things, plus the clan castle. But that damage was severely limited, and this should have definitely been a 3-star if we had laid down the big guys, all the big guys, the golems and the P.E.K.K.A.s in front, given them time to bust through the wall, and then laid out the wizards behind them. All right, so let's keep going here. All right, so now I'm going to pick on Eddie a little bit. Eddie did a pretty good job. He got 2 stars on both of his things. One was really close. One was 93%. Okay. The other one was 71%. But, you know, Eddie is ranked 7. So if we're going by the strategy that I'm kind of trying to put together, I want him attacking number 13 and number 14 in general. So that we kind of have an order to everything. Let's look at Paul Glee and and Vincent, and let's see what the war rewards were for those 2 guys. Well, Paul Glee had 165,000 gold reward, and he 93%ing. So he's pretty close. Eddie is pretty close to kind of honing in on who he should be attacking. Something probably in the 155,000 gold range would be something he'd probably regularly 3-star. But let's take a look at Vincent. Vincent's right here, and Vincent. All right, one more guy I want to discuss in this passport is Fireman. Fireman, he did a good job on his first attack. He did really well in 3-starring J-Mac. So I really want to take a look at what J-Mac's rewards were. So if I do that, the other person he attacked was Eurisha, and he only got 37%. Got a star, which is fine, but 37% on somebody like that, you know, we kind of want to look at. So Fireman in general should probably be attacking number since he's 15, we're looking at 29 and 30 for targets for firemen. So if we look at who he actually attacked and who he 3-starred, J-Mac was number 26. So that's actually not too far off. Okay. The war rewards for that guy were 54,000. So that is certainly somebody that, I would encourage him to keep going after. Fireman, you should be going after these guys. Now, you might consider using a second attack to step it up a little bit. It looks like you tried that in this last one. You got a star. But Eurisha, he's 23. He's not too much higher than the other guy, but you can see that the reward is a lot higher, 135,000, and you only got 37% on that guy, whereas you got 100% on the guy that had, what was it, I think like 55,000 gold reward. So this is a little out of your league, fireman. And again, I'm not picking on you. I'm just stating, we need to be looking at the reward bonus and looking at what we've done in the past as far as our success rates. So when you attack, make sure that you have an idea of what your reward level bonuses should be in order to get 3 stars. And on your second attack, if you want to push the envelope a little bit, like next time, hey, let's see is there a 60,000 gold guy that I can go after and try and 3-star him, then step it up from there. But in general, hopefully we can follow our number 1 attacks 1 and 2, our number 2 attacks 3 and 4 down the list. Also, top half, we need to kind of wait on the front end of a war for the bottom half to use some of their attacks, because if they are successful and they're able to 3-star what would be some of our targets, then that would free us up to attack higher level targets, and I think we'll all get more stars in general and more rewards overall if we can let that happen. All right, hopefully a lot of this makes sense, and if you guys have any questions, feel free to post comments. I will try and open up a comment section or post them inside the game itself. All right, I hope this helps. Thanks. Bye.